And these are the teams with the highest seeds, including Texas A&M, who's run 3:01.56 this year.
Well, and their women just set the collegiate lead. There's something in the water. Texas A&M always stellar in the 4x4s.
Even though they graduated Malik Curley and Robert Grant, they still are sub 3:02. Arkansas is also in this section. That is Vivian Caldwell, who will lead off for the Razorbacks. So it's Arkansas in 3, LSU in 4, Texas A&M in 5, and then South Carolina on the outside in 6.
And just like last night when we were doing the distance medley relays, this place, the energy inside here has now picked up. All of the athletes are now lined around the rails of the track to cheer on everybody that runs these 4x4s. It's so fun.
Remember, Florida scratched from this race. They run 3:03 and change this year. It would have made a very nice race between them and Texas A&M, which it pretty much always is. Oh! Well, you sure would hate to see a team thrown out, but there is no mercy. Somebody left early, they're gone.
And the line judge marching right up into, looks like South Carolina, and there's a red card.
And that is Arin's Chance of South Carolina. Let's just see if we can sit.
Top of your screen in the black. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he jumped. But here's the thing, you know, I think he was also saying, I heard something, which we've seen twice already. Hunter Woodhall yesterday was in that same exact lane, and someone had blown a whistle up on that corner of the stands.
Well, the starter, they're talking about it.
Wow.
And they said, nope, we're not buying the argument. So South Carolina is out. They've run 3:05.68 this year.
That was the second fastest team in this race besides Texas A&M.
So that is a time that I'm pretty confident qualified for the NCAA championship, so we expect to see them in Birmingham in a couple of weeks.
And that's tough because when you're running on these big stages, and like I said, I did the Grenada meet last year, and all those woo-zoo, all that, it was a party in there, and you've got to block out every single piece of noise and wait for that gun.
Vuvuzela.
Is that what it's called?
The most annoying noise in the world.
There was 700 of them in the Grenada arena last year, outdoor.
So from the inside, that leaves us Arkansas, LSU, and Texas A&M. A&M with a time almost 5 full seconds better than second place LSU now that South Carolina is gone.
But bet that Dennis Shaver told his 400-meter men that are running this race, go out and let's see what we can do. He got a couple of them at the mid-mark break of school in January, and they're just kind of finding their legs in this race. 21.5 unofficial for that first 200.
Bryce Dedman for A&M is third in the 400. He's a reliable relay runner for the Aggies. And this is Tyler Terry, who was thrown out of the 400 because of a lane violation. Had a little trouble there getting connected up with Dedman. Good pass for LSU. That is Dylan Peebles, who is fifth in the 200. And for A&M, that's Kyrie Johnson, the sophomore. For Arkansas, it's supposed to be Hunter Woodhall, but it's clearly not Hunter Woodhall.
.46.14 for LSU on that first quarter, and 46.24 for A&M.
That is Roy Ijakwu. They switched with Hunter Woodhall. He'll be third. Yes, I can see he's lined up to take the stick on the second exchange. Dylan Peebles starting to falter. Here comes Kyrie Johnson. A&M's going to hand off first to Lola Rizu. And for LSU, Corian Mosby. And it is Hunter Woodhall, who is seventh in the 400 for the Razorbacks.
46 flat on that last quarter for A&M.
Kyrie Johnson, their sophomore.
Mosby for LSU trying to make a move on A&M.
Easy, just not letting it happen.
Hunter Woodhall making up some ground on that backstretch.
Here comes Mosby again after Izu, and Woodhall has run the Razorbacks right into this race. A&M hands off first. Guess who? Devin Dixon, who won the 800 earlier. And it's Jaron Flournoy, who was second in the 200. And for Arkansas, John Wynn.
Unofficial split for Hunter Woodhall to get Arkansas back in at 45-38. Look at the stride of Devin Dixon. My goodness. Woo!
Florida feeling that 200 about now.
Yeah, but he's just kind of got that little extra gear. He's trying to get it right now, but it's Devin Dixon in that long stride.
So for A&M, the 3:03.61, that's a pedestrian time for them. Of course, they didn't need to run any harder than that. They would have been helped by South Carolina staying in. 44.60, making it look like nothing for Devin Dixon.
Woo!
All three schools faster than the fastest time from Section 2, so they'll finish in that order, first, second, third.
On the first exchange, Tyler Terry, I don't know what happened there. He must have just came off that corner wrong, but it just kind of threw his technique off, but LSU still able to pass the stick first, just ahead of A&M. And then on the second exchange, A&M had made up some ground. They get the stick off first. Hunter Woodhall ran a great leg and got Arkansas back in. Look at him going way wide, almost even on the third exchange with the batons. Devin Dixon in that just smooth, strong 800-meter strength.
Yeah, he drops a 44.60 anchor and brings A&M home in 3:03.61. LSU second, Arkansas third. Alabama gets fourth from Section 2. What a great 4x4. Especially when you consider no Florida.
Right.
All right, John, that's all the running there is to do.
All right, and then we got one last thing before we go, because